Well, I remember the story. So he was prepping me for the flight, and he said, when you do your first solo, expect that there will be something different. And so I got to the airport that day, and the winds were backwards from what they usually were, which means you take off and land in the opposite direction.
Right.
Which is not that big a deal, but if you've learned the visual, when you're doing your pilot training, you learn when I see that building, that's where I make my turn.
Yeah.
And so you don't get those visual references. You have to just, look around, look where the runway is. And I figured that would be, okay, that's my different thing. I got up there, did a couple loops around around the airport, landed a couple times, and then the door popped open on the airplane.
The door
popped open.
On a Cirrus 170.
This is an Cessna 172.
172. Okay.
And so I'm sitting here.
The door opens. The door. Your door or the passenger?
My door. It's like 6 inches from me.
It cracks open.
It opens, right?
Wow.
And then I'm like, okay, fly the plane.
Fly the plane.
Fly the plane. I'm like, okay, try to pull the door in. You can't get the door in. There's too much air. I'm like, okay, I'll push it open. I'll slam it. Well, pushing the door open on a small plane causes the plane to turn.
Of course, yes. You created a rudder.
Exactly.
Just pull the flap.
Right. So I ended up landing with one hand on the control wheel and one hand holding the door in.
For bracing it.
Yeah.
How many hours had you been flying?
It must have been 15 or so.
15?
Yeah, something like that. Not a ton.
That's for me. I don't know if I could do it. Mm-hmm. I'm a pretty courageous guy, but I just think those small planes, they make me very nervous. The small planes are very dangerous.
They are totally different ballgame from commercial aircraft.
Because the people flying them or just the hardware?
It's actually mostly the people flying them.
Yeah.
And the conditions in which you fly. When you fly commercially, the entire process is scripted, systematized, debugged. And in a small aircraft, you're much more on your own judgment, and the discipline, there's no system around you to enforce a lot of discipline. So that the statistics actually show that commercial aircraft pilots, when they fly small planes, make way more mistakes.
Commercial
airline pilots who are very safe flying a 747 have more human error-driven accidents in small planes.
Now, why is that? Because you think they let their guard down because it's only them in the plane? They don't feel the sense of duty?
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting psychology thing of, am I in a system that's constantly reinforcing discipline, or do I kind of wing it and I figure, I can make that work.
Hey everybody, let me stop for a moment this amazing episode and tell you about the Walker Corporate Law Group. Yes, they are a boutique law firm that specializes in the representation of entrepreneurs and startups. And Scott Walker is the founder of that company, and he is a personal friend of mine, and he does a great job working with startups. I have literally introduced him to dozens, maybe hundreds now, of startups, and they all rave about the services of the Walker Corporate Law Group because their lawyers have decades of experience. You're not going to get junior associates who are getting on-the-job training with your startup. No, they're going to help you with mergers and acquisitions, licensing, terms of service, privacy policies, formation, all this kind of stuff, fundraising, and they're really great at it. And they do fixed fees. They don't want to surprise people with crazy bills. They think that billable hours can reward inefficiency, so they'll just be fair with you. And that's what I love about them, because if you're a startup, you don't want to get that sticker shock and get a huge bill. Make sure you use the Walker Corporate Law Group, and you can do that by calling Scott Walker at 415-979-9998. 415-979-9998. You can email him, scott@walkercorporatelaw.com, or you can visit walkercorporatelaw.com as well. Scott@walkercorporatelaw.com, and let Scott Ed Walker on Twitter know, @Scott Ed Walker, know that you watch the program and you appreciate him supporting independent media like This Week in Startups. One of my oldest advertisers, one of my oldest friends in the industry, just a great guy, a total mensch, and he really takes care of the startups who work with him. Thank you, Scott Walker, for supporting This Week in Startups. Bye-bye.